Greetings, my movie ghouls. Welcome back to another Halloween countdown. 31 Days of Horror. I'm Nate, the Ultimate Movie Geek, and tonight we watched Saint Maud. Directed by Rose Glass and starring Martha Clark and Jennifer L. It's about a carer who is suffering from PTSD as she accidentally killed a patient. I think that's not a spoiler, really, is it? Because that's the opening of the film. She is still being a carer, and she's sent to a new person who is at the end of life. What's it called? Palliative care.
She's a private carer.
She's private carer, yeah.
She was a nurse.
Yes. So she's got the training. She's a nurse. So she's nursing them at the end of life. And it's an ex-dancer who is riddled with cancer, and she goes to the house and she feels that she can save her soul because she is very, very religious at this point. And she believes that God is working through her to save souls. And I found this film fairly interesting. I enjoyed the imagery. I enjoyed the ending. I thought it was very well executed. But what did you think?
I struggled with this film. It was quite a difficult watch, really.
In what way? Sort of like the theme?
I think the theme, because cancer is a really difficult topic to deal with, and the lady, the actress, she's been in a few things actually.
I can't remember what she's been in. To be honest.
She was she was good, and she lived a sort of decadent lifestyle, I think, and Maud didn't like the fact that she was an open lesbian, and she was paying a young lass to come round and spend time with her. So she didn't like that. She didn't like that she still drank and did drugs, and she was like, "You're at the end of life. Do you really want to spend your last days like this?" And I think she was just mortified that she was living the way she was and dying the way she was on her terms.
But the other side of it as well is she doesn't hide the fact that she's religious and that she feels put
God
off
is
by
there
it.
as well, doesn't she?
And this woman who's dying is completely closed off to it all. She doesn't believe, but she also goes out of her way to kind of make fun of Maud's belief, doesn't she?
She does, but she's not horrible to her.
A
couple of times she was a bit nasty.
Not at the beginning, but like for us who were watching it, for the audience, we see that she's laughing at her. Yeah. Really.
Yeah, she's not doing it to her face.
No.
I mean, I would, I think, to be fair, if somebody like that rocked in my life, try to pray for my soul and all that.
Pray for my soul.
I mean, each to their own. But I did find it quite difficult because she is not even devout. It's very like radicalised, very radical. Not a well girl.
No.
And I think that's what made it difficult to watch.
I think Martha Clark, she does it extremely well.
She's very good.
She's very believable in every
I've never seen her in anything, and she was very, very good. And I think, I have to say, I didn't really enjoy it that much. I don't really like religion, not with things like this, and I think that's why I struggle with some of the things we've watched. But yeah, she's really good, and she sort of goes from one extreme to the other, and she's had a bit of a life beforehand, but then she goes out, she has a bit of a rock and goes out, and like, she has a few, we'll say liaisons, I'll keep it clean for this, liaisons that are really quite random.
Yeah. So halfway through the film, she loses her faith slightly. And then, so she goes out and just becomes what she was before and does different things, drinks a lot, and she's just trying to make connections, isn't she?
She's just trying to fit in, and I don't think she fits in anywhere.
No.
And it's a strange film, because at first, are we going in a spoiler?
I think if it's 2019, so I think we'll put spoiler warning, yeah.
So you think that she is basically mentally unstable.
Yes.
She comes across very, very unwell. And I think if people that are around her, like one of her friends sees her, and there's a couple of people who kind of know, and I think, why is nobody seeing these flags and
But I
sort
think
of
they are. I
getting
think
her help?
there was one friend, I can't remember what her name
Yeah,
was.
she went round and
sees her.
said, I'm really worried about you.
Yeah,
And
she's concerned about. She says, "Oh, are you doing okay?" and everything. Did they exchange
she
numbers or?
yeah, but then she just talks about herself when she
Yeah.
sees it. She doesn't really help
She doesn't
her.
help. No.
But you do just think she's very mentally
Yes.
unstable. The thing is, you don't really know with the film because of the way it goes. She seems to appear afloat in midair.
Yeah.
And like and then I was like, okay, so is she actually possessed by the devil?
Possessed, or
Or
is
she possessed by something and she's thinking it's
or
a
is she
religious
really
experience?
having these experiences from God?
Yeah, it's very bizarre and it ends in quite a horrible way.
It is horrible, but again, we see it. There's two perspectives of the whole film. We see it from her perspective, and then we see it from, say, a bystander's perspective. And the ending is a good example of how bad mental illness can be, because it is mental illness.
It's an arsehole, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just, it bit like anything, like cancer, like mental health. It doesn't care who you are, does it? It just if you've got it, you've got it, and it's a really difficult thing, and a lot of people are massively struggling with mental health. And I think it is quite a difficult watch. I don't think it would be for everybody.
Yeah, it's not for everyone at all.
And I think if you've got any triggers for certain things, you probably wouldn't want to watch this film.
There's a lot of imagery in it that is so like she flagellates herself a lot, doesn't she?
Yeah.
So she sticks a hand on an iron or hot oven, and then she sticks
tacks in her shoes.
Through is it Jesus or is it Mary?
Yeah.
She puts it in her shoes and then she just walks around town in them. And it's quite harsh, and you can feel the pain, and even the ending. Like, well, it's spoilers, but the ending. I think we can. She believes that she's done God's work, and she's ascending to heaven, and by going to the beach. What was the beach? Where was it at? You knew it was Scarborough, wasn't it? Yeah.
I said if it in Blackpool and we couldn't see the tower, I said it's got to be Scarborough. It's one of them towns, like a seaside town. No offence to anyone if you live in Scotland, but it's a bit we don't live far away from Blackpool. Just a certain,
But she goes to the beach and she ascends, let's say, in fire, and we see two different perspectives. We see hers, and we see the people around her. So we hear screaming and everything that's going on. But from her point of view, everyone around her has dropped to their knees and is praying. And it's like you said, it's quite hard hitting, and it's effective. It's very, very effective.
Yeah. I
really enjoyed it. I thought it was very, very good. How many pumpkins would you? It's not really a Halloween film, but it's I suppose it touches on that.
It touches on it because there's demonic side to it, isn't there? And angels.
That's another thing as well, because we're seeing this. I think it leans more towards the mental illness side, but then you could take a film like we watched. Crumbs! It was like the first few days with Winchester's dad.
Yeah, the Unholy.
The Unholy. It's almost it's not the same story, but it's a similar story where someone's receiving messages from a god or a supernatural being.
And but you would just say
it's just a different side of the coin, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what I like about
Joan
it,
because
Bernadette.
Don't start me on Bernadette, for Christ's sake.
But no, I think it's a really, really good example of how you can show a horror film or this type of film, but from a mental illness side, and it's a different type of horror. I suppose it could happen to anyone.
Yeah, it can.
Yeah,
it can. I've seen mental health firsthand in my family. It's a horrible thing to deal with, and it was a difficult film to watch. I didn't enjoy it because it was just too heavy going for me. I'm going to give it a 3 because it was It was very well done, very well acted. Not for me, but I can't mark it down for that.
I've got it in my head. I'm not sure if it is, but it might be Rose Glass. It's her first film.
Don't know.
Possibly. If I'm not fact check me, but I think it is, and if it is, it's an extremely well made film. I'm gonna go top of the shop with this one. 5 stars out of 5 stars. 5 pumpkins. How I enjoyed it. Yeah. So tomorrow, what we got? Tell us. You know it.
Friday the 13th, a new chapter.
A new beginning.
What is it? It's a new chapter.
No, the last one was last chapter. Anyway, we'll see you tomorrow for Friday the 13th. Thank you for watching, everybody. Please like, share, subscribe, and ring that bell. And Eddie, Movie Geek. Sleep tight, everybody.